The development of technology often reveals several deviations from various schools of thought. Some argue that technology negatively affects human development in general, while others have a positive attitude towards it, believing that it helps and simplifies life. Have you ever imagined the future? Do you believe that humanity will use new technologies correctly and in the right direction? Well, I believe in those that challenge something new. Ideally, the exponential growth of human technological capabilities should turn the future into something positive. Will it be a utopia or a dystopia? Only in time will it show. Cameras with perfect memory, allowing you to go back in time. Soon, we will be able to retroactively capture missed moments by simply tapping into the pocket-sized 12MP handheld device. How? The camera is in continuous recording mode and automatic editing mode, so the footage is saved for the set amount of time. An intricate idea, developed by New York-based company General Streaming Systems, will also allow filming in slow motion. The device will be able to use Wi-Fi to connect wirelessly via an app to stream videos and photos in real time. With this technology, murder crimes will be easily solved, and you will never miss that magical moment when your child learned to call you mom or dad. Terahertz radiation device for reading closed books. The prototype device uses a range of electromagnetic radiation between microwaves and infrared light, known as terahertz radiation. T-rays will allow reading closed books, recognizing letters printed in stacks of paper up to 9 sheets thick, since they can distinguish between ink and blank paper in a way that X-rays cannot. This technology will greatly help researchers scan ancient books that may be too fragile to open, and will also lead to the creation of office machines that can scan reams of paper at the same time. Portable device for determining the ripeness of the fruit. When you buy fruit at the store, do you doubt their ripeness at that moment? Well, soon you won't have to worry about that. Thank technology and MIT researchers for solving this common consumer problem. The device uses ultraviolet light to measure the fluorescence of chlorophyll in the skin of the fruit. The dimmer the chlorophyll's glow, the more ripe the fruit will be, as chlorophyll breaks down into other chemicals over time. The device will help farmers choose the best time to harvest, as well as help distributors decide where to ship their supplies, as the ripest apples must be delivered to places where they can sell out quickly. Slow dance photo frame. Inspired by two of his dancing friends, Lieberman created the first version of slow dance as a wedding gift. The wood frame is 12.5 wide by 14.5 high and uses strobe lights that flash at a rate too fast for the human eye to perceive. The pulsing lights flash 80 times per second and are synchronized with vibrations that bring any subject suspended in the frame to life. The amazing slow dance photo frame makes objects placed in it move unimaginably. It seems to slow down the current time. The effect that the observer sees in video editing is called slow motion. For some, this is an ordinary beautiful effect, but when physical objects that you can touch with your hands move as if time has changed its usual course, it may seem that magic has not been done without magic. According to Lieberman, the work is a metaphor for all the invisible aspects of reality and a constant reminder of things that go beyond what we experience. Sarcasm detection by computers. It is more difficult for machines to instinctively discern sarcasm since they are usually programmed to read texts and access images. Computer scientists have begun to create sarcasm detection engines to teach computers to recognize what a person means when they express their thoughts in other words. This will help marketers determine if someone is praising or mocking their products, and will help them adjust their skills to sell you more. Savvier computers can also help law enforcement distinguish perceived threats from real threats in messages and images on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. It can even help automated customer service systems figure out if you're upset and direct you to the right person, or let politicians determine if their messages resonate with voters. Using squid protein to fix clothing. One day, we will be wearing clothes that can fix tears with squid protein coatings, according to a new study. It is important to note that damage to items such as protective suits or biomedical implants can be a matter of life and death. Scientists spent sleepless nights to come up with self-healing films that could extend the life of these types of products. While previous self-healing films worked quickly, they cracked in warm and dry conditions, and a more versatile material had to be used. Squid proteins are highly elastic in both wet and dry conditions. Scientists have developed a coating containing such proteins so that when tissue is soaked in water, they diffuse to holes and breaks in the coating, linking the tissue segments together. However, there is still a lot to be done before self-healing clothing hits our local stores. Today, the cost of the material is still very high, and there are no technologies yet to meet the expected commercial needs. Creating a laser using jellyfish fluorescent proteins. By reassigning fluorescent proteins that have revolutionized biomedical imaging, scientists can create polariton lasers that operate at room temperature and are powered by nanosecond pulses, making these lasers more meaningful. According to the researchers, the creation of Medusa lasers was a breakthrough in polariton lasers. These lasers are said to have the potential to be much more efficient and compact than conventional lasers and could pave the way for further research in quantum physics and optical computing. Ideally, fluorescent proteins, which are used as markers in living cells, have been investigated for use as materials for their molecular structures, which are conducive to working in high brightness conditions, thus facilitating their conversion into lasers. Creation of the first programmable and reprogrammable quantum computers. According to Live Science, the highly anticipated quantum computing technology will help scientists quickly find solutions to complex computations. It is assumed that quantum computers can simultaneously perform more computations in one moment than the number of atoms in the universe. They represent data in the form of qubits that are in superposition, simultaneously turned on and off, which allows two calculations to be performed at the same time. There is no doubt that quantum computers will be able to crack existing encryption codes used to send secret messages. Facebook's Aquila drone will be able to provide internet access to remote areas. In 2016, the solar-powered Aquila internet drone was tested and promises to expand internet connectivity around the world. According to Jay Parikh, head of development and infrastructure at Facebook, it is possible to bring high-speed internet access to billions of people around the world in a faster and more cost-effective way. Aquila will be able to cover a region with a diameter of 96.6 kilometers, using laser communications and millimeter wave systems to transmit data from an altitude of at least 18,000 meters. According to Parikh, Aquila is designed in such a way that it can fly for up to 3 months on a single charge. It also has the wingspan of an airliner, but at cruising, speed can only consume 5,000 watts, the same as 3 hair dryers or a high-end microwave oven.